Wisdom I know is social. She seeks her fellows. But beauty is jealous, and illy bears the presence of a rival. We are not to expect to be translated from despotism to liberty in our feather bed. Books constitute capital. A library book lasts as long as a house, for hundreds of years. It is not, then, an article of mere consumption but fairly of capital, and often in the case of professional men, setting out in life, it is their only capital. Truth is certainly a branch of morality and a very important one to society. No government ought to be without censors, and where the press is free no one ever will. No man will ever carry out of the presidency the reputation which carried him into it. The whole commerce between master and slave is a perpetual exercise of the most boisterous passions, the most unremitting despotism on the one part, and degrading submissions on the other. Our children see this, and learn to imitate it. Nothing is unchangeable but the inherent and unalienable rights of man. The world is indebted for all triumphs which have been gained by reason and humanity over error and oppression. The natural cause of the human mind is certainly from credulity to skepticism. Difference of opinion is advantageous in religion. The several sects perform the office of a censor over each other. I have no ambition to govern men. It is a painful and thankless office. I am mortified to be told that, in the United States of America, the sale of a book can become a subject of inquiry, and of criminal inquiry too. In truth, politeness is artificial good humor. It covers the natural want of it, and ends by rendering habitual a substitute nearly equivalent to the real virtue. No duty the executive had to perform was so trying as to put the right man in the right place. It behooves every man who values liberty of conscience for himself, to resist invasions of it in the case of others, or their case may, by change of circumstances, become his own. The spirit of resistance to government is so valuable on certain occasions that I wish it to be always kept alive. In every country and every age, the priest had been hostile to liberty. In defense of our persons and properties under actual violation, we took up arms. When that violence shall be removed, when hostilities shall cease on the part of the aggressors, hostilities shall cease on our part also. Speeches that are measured by the hour will die with the hour. One loves to possess arms, though they hope never to have occasion for them. The way to silence religious disputes is to take no notice of them. I have seen enough of one war never to wish to see another. I find that he is happiest of whom the world says least, good or bad. Peace and abstinence from European interferences are our objects, and so will continue while the present order of things in America remain uninterrupted. An association of men who will not quarrel with one another is a thing which has never yet existed, from the greatest confederacy of nations down to a town meeting or a vestry. Here was buried Thomas Jefferson, author of the Declaration of American Independence, of the Statute of Virginia for Religious Freedom, and father of the University of Virginia. The good opinion of mankind, like the lever of Archimedes, with the given fulcrum, moves the world. An injured friend is the bitterest of foes. We did not raise armies for glory or for conquest. War is an instrument entirely inefficient toward redressing wrong, and multiplies, instead of indemnifying losses. If there is one principle more deeply rooted in the mind of every American, it is that we should have nothing to do with conquest. The Creator has not thought proper to mark those in the forehead who are of stuff to make good generals. We are first, therefore, to seek them blindfold, and then let them learn the trade at the expense of great losses. Friendship is but another name for an alliance with the follies and the misfortunes of others. Our own share of miseries is sufficient. Why enter then as volunteers into those of another? I am an Epicurean. I consider the genuine, not the imputed, doctrines of Epicurus as containing everything rational and moral philosophy which Greek and Roman leave to us. I have done for my country, and for all mankind, all that I could do. And I now resign my soul, without fear, to my God, my daughter to my country. The second office in the government is honorable and easy, the first is but a splendid misery. My only fear is that I may live too long. This would be a subject of dread to me. Force is the vital principle and immediate parent of despotism. An enemy generally says and believes what he wishes. So confident am I in the intentions, as well as wisdom, of the government, that I shall always be satisfied that what is not done, either cannot, or ought not to be done. As our enemies have found we can reason like men, so now let us show them we can fight like men also. Conquest is not in our principles. It is inconsistent with our government. Conquest is not in our principles. It is inconsistent with our government. The spirit of this country is totally adverse to a large military force. Politics is such a torment that I advise everyone I love not to mix with it. Nothing can stop the man with the right mental attitude from achieving his goal. Nothing on earth can help the man with the wrong mental attitude. The care of human life and happiness, and not their destruction, is the first and only object of good government.